Hi, I'm Ashley Billington, and you're watching The Warm-Up, presented by your local Geico agents in Cypress, Spring, Pearland, and East Houston. Last week was hectic as several games were canceled, but we still had some great matchups from around the greater Houston area. There's going to be just as much action this week on Chevy's Inside High School Sports as we have some big-time matchups.
Pearland and Pearland Dawson kick off district play with their big rivalry game. Both go into this week undefeated, and only one will stay that way. The Oilers have been dominating their opponents defensively, only allowing 17 points in their first 3 matches. Captain and new Oiler Darius Hale has been a go-to for Pearland since taking the field. Hale has 380 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns since putting on the Oiler maroon. Dawson has had just as much success on the field in 2020. Their offense is firing on all cylinders as they have scored 133 points and only allowed 17 in their first 3 games. Quarterback James Kramer has almost 400 passing yards and 3 touchdowns so far this season. The Battle of Pearland will be a good one to watch. Foster and Rosenberg Terry go head-to-head this week as well. Foster had to postpone their game against Katy Paetow, but they go into their matchup against Terry 1-0, handedly defeating Lamar Consolidated 79-7. The Falcons scored 58 points in the first quarter and never looked back. Terry is 2-0 with a win also against Lamar Consolidated 25-19. Quarterback Dylan Garrett has 574 passing yards and 5 passing touchdowns. North Shore takes on Manville in our game of the week. Both go into this game undefeated. Manville is 2-0 with wins over Crosby and Alif Taylor. Manville senior Gabe Larry has 417 passing yards on the season and has settled in quite nicely to the quarterback position. Ty Harris has been doing a good job at running back too, with 240 rushing yards for the Mavericks. North Shore has been handling their business as well. The 2-time state champions look on pace to add another ring to the collection. They beat Willis last week 48-21 and have scored 116 points this season. They will not aim for anything short of another trip to AT&T.
Some big-time games this week. I remember last year's Katy versus Katy Tompkins game, and it had the Houston area on the edges of our seats. You'll be able to see all of the highlights this week on Chevy's Inside High School Sports. Also, make sure you vote on our Hot Plays of the Week poll presented by Louisiana Hot Sauce for your chance for your community to move on to compete for the Play of the Year. Here's last week's winner. Also on Chevy's Inside High School Sports, we have our Chevy Spotlight on the brazoswood band. They went to Disney World last spring, then 3 weeks later, school was shut down, and they didn't see their bandmates for 6 months. Last night, they had their first live performance since then.
February, we got to go to Orlando with the band. It was mid-February, perfect weather in Orlando that time of year. We spent 3 days at Disney World and a day at Orlando, Universal Studios Orlando. Our students got to participate in a workshop where they showed the students how they create film soundtracks, and they got to create a soundtrack of their own. Our color guard participated in a dance workshop with the Disney production company to see how they create stage shows. It was a lot of fun for our students. It was really fortunate that we happened to go in February. About 3 weeks later, the entire country shut down, and a lot of people who were planning spring break trips to those places weren't able to do that. So we're really lucky that we got to take that trip right before all this craziness happened.
Now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the warm-up, the extra point. And we take our first attempt with another round of Name That Thing.
Nerf gun.
Nerf gun.
Nerf gun.
Nerf or nothing.
Nerf guns.
Lava lamp.
Lava lamp.
Lava lamp.
Lava lamp?
A lava lamp.
I love lamp.
Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it?
I love lamp. I love lamp.
Hey, I forgot what it's called. What type of necklace this is. I used to have one.
Necklace. A necklace.
Those beach necklaces. I don't know the name.
I don't know what that's called.
Kidding me? You're kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
You gotta be kidding me.
Some extremely sad news as Travis High School football coach Derwin Lauderdale was killed on Saturday. The 29-year-old was a standout football player at Southwest Baptist University and loved by the players he worked diligently to coach. Our condolences to Fort Bend, Travis, and Lauderdale's family. That's all we have for this episode. Follow all of Inside High School Sports social accounts to stay up to date on everything going on in the high school sports scene. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube that throughout the week will get you ready for the main event, Chevy's Inside High School Sports on KHU11 at 11 p.m. hosted by Matt Musil. Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Warmup, presented by your local Geico agents in Cypress, Spring, Pearland, and East Houston. To get more information or a quote, go to geico.com/Houston. I'm Ashley Bullington, and I hope you're as ready as I am for all of the gridiron action.